I always start my practices with a cleansing Palo Santo ceremony, if you will. It's a ritual that I love. So we're working on some uplifting movements to get our mood up if we've had maybe a slow day. So we're just going to start seated, nice tall spine. Start by moving the neck, rolling the shoulders, just moving the body gently, waking things up. Maybe it's first thing in the morning. Maybe it's the middle of your day and you're just feeling a little bit tired. We're just going to start bringing blood flow up into the torso, shoulders, neck, arms, in and around our heart, and just move as it feels good. So you can see some of the movements that I'm doing here. The one I really want you to focus on here is the pretend hugs that I'm doing. Opening wide, closing, and then we're gonna do maybe 3, 4, or 5 of those, and then take your right arm, hug it over your left arm. Give yourself a couple hug shakes. And once you've settled into this hugging position, we're just going to gently turn the torso to the right, holding for about 1 to 2 seconds, and then slowly to the left. And we're going to move through that a couple of times. So inhaling as you transition and exhaling into your twist. When you've completed a couple rounds there, take your arms open with your inhale and exhale, close opposite arm on top, and same thing. Exhaling to twist, inhaling to center, and moving through, again, about 2 to 3 of these, or as many as it feels appropriate. And once you've spent time on both sides with both arms, taking the lead one on top of the other, and then we're just going to stretch out, do a couple shoulder circles, and then place your left arm in front of your feet with your right arm behind you, and just gently gaze over the right side. And again, when you're ready, inhaling through your transition, changing hands, and exhaling into your twist. We're not forcing anything, we're just moving the depth that your torso is going to move. No forcing of the spine at all. Once we're done there, we're going to open our arms into cactus, so 90 degrees on the arms, spreading out through the fingers. And same thing, just gentle twists, exhaling as you rotate, inhaling as you transition. About 4 to 6 twists here. From here, we're going to transition into a tabletop position to find some cat-cow. So hands placed under your shoulders, knees under your hips. As you inhale, drop your belly and lift your tailbone in the back of your head. And as you exhale, rounding through your spine, tuck your tailbone, gaze comes towards your thighs, chin tucks. Moving with your breath, we'll stay in cat-cow for about 5 full breath cycles. And once you've completed your cat-cows, just pressing up gently and into your downward dog. Taking some big full breaths in down dog, allowing the whole back body to stretch. So from your ankles up through your calves, hamstrings into your hips, and then from your hips down your back into your hands, pressing the floor away from you, pressing your hips back, and just allowing some stretch and breath to come into that movement. Taking an inhale, bend the knees and step all the way forward, finding yourself in a forward fold. We're going to move into wood choppers. And now I know my head's cut off here, but really all you need to see is the lower half. I'd love you to clasp your hands together. We're going to inhale, reach up and back, and exhale, swing forward. So it's a loud exertion of breath. We're going to be here for 10 to 20 wood choppers, just releasing any tension, any unwanted energy. When we've come to a stop in our wood choppers, just slowly exhaling, hands to the floor. We'll step back again into downward dog just for a couple of full breaths. Again, taking time to allow the whole back body to stretch out. We're going to find dolphin pose or any inversion that you're excited about doing, comfortable doing. So in dolphin pose, your forearms come down to the floor and you stay in a down dog position. It's a great opener for your shoulders. It will prepare you for forearm stand or headstand. And if headstand or handstand is in your practice, feel free to slowly, carefully get yourself up into that position. Just allowing the blood to flow now down into our head. As we're standing and sitting all day, the blood tends to sit in our lower extremities. Once you've safely come down from your inversion, whether it's just dolphin pose or headstand or handstand, gently roll onto your back. We're going to move into a bridge, just a gentle back bend. So placing your feet on the floor in a distance that you can reach your ankles with your fingertips. Press your feet down, gently lift your hips up and off the floor. And if your hands are able to clasp one another, please clasp them underneath your back. And then just one shoulder at a time, walk your shoulders underneath you just to prop your chest up a little bit higher towards the sky. Press your arms, wrists, hands, and feet down into the floor and lift your thighs, hips, belly, chest upwards towards the ceiling. Taking in big, full breath. Staying in bridge for 5 to 10 breaths. When you're ready, just slowly release everything back to the floor and just gently tuck your knees into your chest, giving yourself a little bit of a hug. And then we're going to rock forwards and backwards until you build up enough momentum that you can come into a standing position. And then from your standing position, please just slowly find your way down into a downward dog. Once in your downward dog, we're going to move through a little warrior series. So please inhale your right leg high and exhale, step it all the way forward, turning your back foot into a 90-degree, finding yourself up in a warrior 2 stance. Beautiful big bend into your front knee. Belly's pulled in tight, feet are rooted firmly to the floor. Proudly open your arms, reach fingertip to fingertip. As you inhale, you're going to gently bring your back arm to your back thigh, and as you exhale, you're going to hinge forward and find side angle. Inhale, left arm, left thigh. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, reach left arm overhead. Just flowing through your reverse warrior through to side angle pose 4 to 5 times, moving again with your breath always. Inhaling for your transition, exhale to find your position. And then once you've done your series, moving into downward dog and switching to the other side. Once in your second side with your left leg forward, right leg back. As you inhale, dropping your right hand to the back of right thigh, open chest. And as you exhale, bring your left elbow to the inside edge of left knee. Reach your right arm overhead. Inhale to transition back into reverse warrior. And exhale forward into side angle pose. 3, 4, 5 rounds here, moving through your breath. And then when you feel like you've done enough on the side, please gently bring both hands to the floor. Pivot on your foot, step back into downward dog for 3 full breaths, and then finish here in child's pose.